Welcome to the Doctor's Show, where doctors drop the white coat and talk real. So today we have with us Dr. Namrata Bajaj Dhami, a consultant at Dhami Eye Care Hospital. Hello, ma'am.
Hi.
So, ma'am, we have devised some really fun ophthalmology questions for you, and they have finished the sentence prompts.
Sure.
Being an eye doctor is like,
A gift, a blessing, and you feel like you have the power to do so much good, and it feels blessed to talk to so many people. I love chatting with my patients, not just beyond their complaints. So it's an amazing feeling.
I wish patients understood that.
That in this world where everything they want instantly, or in this world of instant gratification, I wish that they understood that nature healing results take time, and that we are doctors. Although, when we do good, they feel like we are gods, but we are humans and we always try to do our best.
Great. The one thing I hear every single day in OPD is,
मेरी अक्ख च रड़क पैंदी है ते मेरी अक्ख च पानी आंदा है.
okay, the most unexpected thing a patient brought to your OPD.
I think the most unexpected thing is, sometimes I'm going to take it positively, is the amount of love they shower you with. I have patients who've brought me, homemade pinnies, lassi, fruit. I mean, once I had a patient. He was a fruit vendor. He was not very well off, and he would bring me, like, half a kg of a fruit or something. So unexpected is sometimes the amount of love they shower you with, and that time you feel that how many lives you have touched.
So beautiful. The funniest home remedy I've heard for eye problems
Is to put breast milk into the eyes, honey into the eyes, or rose water into the eyes. It is just weird and funny, and also, I don't know. I feel like, we need to do a lot more in schools to educate about basic things rather than just cramming up things. So yeah,
my go-to stress buster after OPD is.
my kids.
The most satisfying part of eye surgery is.
To see the eye shining after surgery, or when the patient is able to read, and they are so happy and they feel their vision has increased. So that shine on the eye, and you've implanted a lens, or you've done LASIK, or you've done a transplant, the things that I do, and you see the eye shining, and that glitter on the eye gives the glitter in our heart and in our eyes, so makes us work harder.
That was really nice
Thank
to
you.
know that. Okay, so now we have some questions.
Sure.
If I was 5, how would you explain me that what is corneal tattooing?
कॉर्नियल टैटूइंग उन आइज पे किया जाता है जो किसी चोट लगने की वजह से, या किसी बीमारी की वजह से, या कोई मल्टीपल सर्जरीज के प्रोडक्ट की वजह से आइज वाइट हो जाती हैं. जैसे हम बोलते हैं कि ये, हम लोग आम अपनी लैंग्वेज में यूज़ करते हैं कि ये बंदा काना है, is actually a very unfair and a very, I think we are very indifferent when we use that term, क्योंकि nobody wants their eye to not look good. Everybody at the end of the day wants to be loved and wants to look good. तो जिन लोगों की बिकॉज ऑफ सम इंजरी, बिकॉज ऑफ सम सर्जरी, या कोई ऐसे कारण हो जाते हैं कि वो आई का लुक जो है वो ब्लैक की जगह वाइट हो जाता है, तो दैट इज अ कॉस्मेटिकली वेरी नॉन प्लीजिंग थिंग. बिकॉज as we know, the first thing when we we look at the person's face. That is the first judgment and the first wish that we want to interact with them or not. And definitely eyes are the first part that we notice. तो जब उसका cosmetically वो ठीक नहीं लगता है, तो that hinders and reduces the confidence of the person. And also, I think in this world where looking good, or the looks that we provide are so important, it also, I think, deteriorates the confidence of the person who is going to talk, because not everyone is so large hearted to understand that this might be out of some disease. So for that purpose हम लोग आई पे ब्लैक कलर का कलर लगाते हैं. सो दैट ब्लैक कलर का कलर हम उसको टेक्निकल वर्ड यूज कर देते हैं, पिगमेंटेशन कॉज करते हैं. सो दैट पिगमेंटेशन, दैट इज कॉर्नियल टैटूइंग वी डू just to improve the cosmetic appearance of that eye, so that from a distance a person looks normal. Although it is just a very small procedure, lekin I feel this procedure has more potential, and this procedure has more life changing consequences than even cataract or LASIK, because those are still fairly looking normal looking patients. लेकिन corneal tattooing में हम किसी की लाइफ चेंज कर देते हैं. आई हैव एनेक्डोट्स वेयर पीपल हैव गॉटन एंगेज्ड, people have gotten new jobs, they have had new confidence in their lives, or especially, no matter how much we say, for girls especially, in their in-law house or something, they feel they're so much more confident now to face the world. So going into so this, I think, is the most beautiful part, and this is what corneal tattooing is. I think it is a life changing procedure.
Are there any side effects to corneal tattooing?
So the side effects would not be so much, in terms of the fact that I would like to discuss this more under the domain of surgical complications. If your corneal tattooing procedure has gone well, after that there is no side effect, but the surgery has to go well. So what needs to be done is the depth that we assess कि कितने level तक हमने pigment अंदर करना है. Is this the right candidate? And we have to look into the post-operative part, that there should be no infections, and the patient needs to take care of the eye, and there should be no water splashing into the eye. So once the post-operative period, which is like basically 1 week, or at max if I stretch the precautions or complication or the precautions to 1 month, uske baad this pigment will stay on the eye. And now we have patients who have 5-year follow-ups, and the pigments does stay on the eye. We tell them that this pigment will slowly fade away with time, because the underlying cause जो है जिसके कारण ये आई वाइट हुई थी, हम वो तो नहीं रिमूव करें, हम सिर्फ ऊपर से एक एस्थेटिक लुक दे रहे हैं. So sometimes that cause, or that white pigment or whatever, comes down, and also the pigment fades away with time, so that a retouch up or redo can be done. But imagine for somebody who was using a contact lens, a colored contact lens on their eye every day, to put it and remove it. I think that way it reduces the complications, or of using a colored contact lens, or also the complication of facing the life unarmed with one eye white when everyone is judging you. I think that complication tattooing removes from your life.
So you are doing miracles to their lives, and that's really, really nice.
I think
job.
we try to do our best. Power to do miracles is only by God. So I think it's a miracle He has given us this kind of power and knowledge.
So having touched upon the topic of contact lenses, are they safe to use?
So contact lenses, I feel, is a middle path that patients use when they are, having some glass power. So I always feel that contact lenses should never be the permanent path that they take on. This can be occasionally taken up, when they are, suppose they want to, for a particular job, like they're into sports or something, that time when they are playing, or if they want to go out occasionally, that time I would recommend that they want to use contact lens. But I still feel that if you have a glass power, the safest bet is glasses, or we can surgically remove it if it doesn't suit your profession via LASIK, or the term I would want to use is refractive surgery, because LASIK is just one part of it. So I think it is glasses or refractive surgery. Contact lens is a middle path which you should occasionally use, not permanently, because wearing contact lenses beyond certain hours, or mishandling it, like sleeping with contact lenses on, using tap water, dirty hands, these things patients tend to do if they are very comfortable or chronic contact lens users. So I have had patients who used to tell me that we've worn it for 8 years, now suddenly what happened? I think slowly, your eye, or the level of precautions you were doing, practicing, you become very casual with it. You try to take it for granted, because तो क्या हुआ, मैंने ऐसे भी किया था, कुछ भी नहीं हुआ, तो इट्स ओके, डजंट मैटर, ठीक है, मैं डाल के आधा घंटा सो जाता हूँ. बट धीरे 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 आपकी आई और आपकी बॉडी उसको जवाब देने लग जाती है, और यू कैन डेवलप हाइपर सेंसिटिविटी इज प्रीटी लेट. So it is a middle path. You should occasionally practice, not very long. Think of it as a long-term resolution or a long-term answer to your eye power. So glasses is the safest bet. Or the next is, if you're fit for surgery, get your eye power. You can surgically get it removed.
So what is more preferable, the glasses or refractive surgeries?
I often am asked by the patients कि सारे डॉक्टर्स हमने देखे हैं कि वो खुद तो ग्लासेस लगाते हैं, तो हमारा क्यों नंबर निकाल रहे हो आप? So I always answer this question, which will liberate you not from just this decision, but every decision you take in life, that eventually it is a choice in life. That is what I was taught by my teacher, that if it is your wish and you are safe to get the number removed from your eyes via laser vision correction or phakic IOLs, or whatever methodology we are using, it is your wish to get it done. Nobody is forcing you, nobody has asked you to get it done. So if you feel that you don't want to use it, we as doctors should actually guide you the best path. Ki, is it right or not? And we should say no when when we have to. We should not be into the herd mentality ki patient aaya operate kar do, because remember, I always tell my patients and I always tell even colleagues that when somebody is wearing glasses, it is not a disease. It is just that they need some power or aid to see better. It is not a disease. I don't want to give you a disease by treating you wrongly where I should have not. So, as doctors, we should tell the patient it is your choice in life. Parents should not force kids, kids should not force parents. You should follow the protocol of having your eye power stable for a period of at least 6 months. Your age should be more than 18, and you should be very, very willing to get the surgery done. And your doctor, choose the doctor who tells you what is the safest. Is it safe for you to get it done or not? Yes or no? If no, no problem. Use your glasses happily, no worries. If yes, then what kind of surgery? This is where the role of the doctor lies. Otherwise, the patient हमारे पास आता है कि हमें surgery करवानी है. So it is not like, we doctors are fools कि हम रोज एक unsafe surgery रोज कर रहे हैं. Because remember, if there is a complication or if there is something that goes wrong, it gives a bad name, a bad reputation to the doctor as well, and it gives us sleepless nights as well if we feel or if we have the feeling of sympathy or empathy for our patients. So when it's a win-win for the patient, it is a win-win for the doctor as well. And there can be, if the surgery is gone well, there's actually, I want to tell this to everyone, there is no one happier than the doctor himself, because our reputation is from the word of mouth from our patients. So nobody wants to, I think, willfully or do any wrong to that.
Thank you, ma'am. It was a much needed answer, I think, that our audiences would
Thank you
want
so
to
much.
have.
I'm glad and I'm sure that I did do justice to it.
Yeah, you did justice to the question, and I think now masses would know the exact answer they wanted
Exactly.
to
That
have.
it is your choice to get it done. There is no one forcing you.
So true. So, also, when we were talking about lenses, should someone get corneal tattooing just for aesthetic purposes?
I am never a believer. In fact, I have also seen that procedure on Instagram Reels that nowadays people want to get their eye color changed for the purpose of cosmetic purpose or for aesthetic purpose. Um, as doctors, when we read about the human physiology and we read about it for so long, and we actually get connected to nature and God, that how beautifully he's laid down a balance in our body where every cell is working for each other. I think just for the purpose that you feel that God did not give you the right eye color and you're more intelligent than God to choose it for yourself. I feel that you should not revoke the boundaries of nature for something that you wish is more more aesthetically pleasing on you. I mean, then I think if we go into this direction, then we will keep changing endlessly every part of our body, and eyes are just the beginning. And I think we're preparing for our own doom when we do that.
Yeah.
So I would never ever recommend. I uh, think that you're beautiful, be grateful for what you have. When sitting on this part, when you're a doctor, on the other side of the chair, when we see so many patients who come with actual genuine problems, at the end of the day, when we get up from our chair, we're only grateful that God gave us a good functioning healthy body. That's more important than the way you look.
That was really, really informative.
Thank you.
So, ma'am, another problem that we find out these days is keratoconus. What is
Right.
this?
So I think I'm just going to rephrase the question that you asked. That we find the problem that we find, or the thing is that nowadays the technology is so much that we're able to detect problems, which I think before the advent of so much technology into the field of ophthalmology or eye practice per se is. Um, so keratoconus is a disease which belongs to the cornea. Now, I'm just going to tell you a bit about where the cornea is and then what is keratoconus. So, if you see the black part of the eye, this part has a covering. This covering is transparent in color, so we feel that the eye is black in color, but there is a cover up on it. Now, this transparent cover is called cornea. Now, this cornea is also in our vernacular, language has found the name putli. So people say putli ke rog, है ना? So medically we call it cornea. Now cornea, I feel, is the hero of the eye, because your whole eye, one side, your retina, पर्दा, लेंस, मोतिया, जिनके बारे में लोग ज्यादा बात करते हैं अपनी लैंग्वेज में, वर्नाकुलर लैंग्वेज में, कि मोतिया तनी आ गया, पर्दा ठीक है, सो वो मिलाकर दे contribute 40%. This cornea alone contributes 60% to the vision.
Okay.
So it's actually the hero of the eye. So if everything else is working fine and this cornea is not working fine, 60% of your vision gets lost here. So something which is so important to the eye, उसका shape और structure ठीक होना बहुत ज़रूरी है for us to function or see visually properly, right? So keratoconus comes from the word kerato, which is derived from cornea, and conus means like a cone. So it is like that your cornea, which was supposed to be like this, or I should say like this, has taken the shape of your ice cream cone. It has the fibers, or the material with which God has made the cornea has had a weakness, because of which they are bulging out and they have taken the shape of a cone. Now इफ यू रिमेंबर, अगर हम बचपन में जाएं तो जब हम आइसक्रीम खाते थे तो कोन का जो टिप होता था वो सबसे पहले फट जाता था और लीक होने लग जाता था, ना मदर्स वुड एडवाइस अस कि नीचे कटोरी रख दे, सारी आइसक्रीम लीक हो रही है. व्हाई? बिकॉज जब वो कोन को उन्होंने उसकी शेप बनाई होती है तो जो सबसे एपेक्स है, जो सबसे शार्पेस्ट पॉइंट है, वो एक्चुअली में सबसे पतला भी हो जाता है. बिकॉज एक्चुअली में कोन को बनाया कैसे जाता है, उसको ऐसे बल्ज आउट किया जाता है. वही डिजीज जब हमारी आई में हो जाती है, केरेटोकोनस हो जाता है, तो हमारे को इतना डर इस बीमारी से इसलिए है कि वो बल्ज करता करता कोन का जो टिप है वो इतना पतला ना हो जाए कि उस आइसक्रीम के कोन की तरह फट जाए या इट गिव्स अवे. So there are two important things when it comes to keratoconus. Is one, that we are incidentally now finding a lot of keratoconus because the interest in getting your LASIK surgery और अपनी ऐनक उतरवाने वाली सर्जरी में इंटरेस्ट बहुत बढ़ गया है कि हम स्कैन्स बहुत लोगों के कर रहे हैं, तो हमें नजर आ रहा है कि दे हैव सम और द अदर प्रॉब्लम इन द शेप ऑफ द आई. सम ऑफ देम आर अंडर डेवलप्ड और जस्ट सब क्लिनिकल फॉर्म में केरेटोकोनस बोलते हैं, जिसको हम फॉर्मे फ्रस्टे केरेटोकोनस कह देते हैं, दैट इट हैज नॉट फुली डेवलप्ड. बट येस, there are some points which are red flag signs, and this patient should not be going into LASIK surgery. They should be forbidden from LASIK surgery. This is the place where the role of the doctor comes in. Or the second part is that that if the patient has a full developed keratoconus or a disease grade where I want to operate them, then the surgery for that should happen. So it is very critical that keratoconus patients have to be diagnosed, that we should not do LASIK surgery in them, and also if needed we need that disease to stop there. There is nothing, by the way, that reverses the disease. We just need the cone कि ये जो cone बन गया यहीं पे रुक जाए, कि और बाहर जाके उस आइसक्रीम के कोन की फेट लेकर फट ना जाए, because that would be the most dreaded thing that you would want for yourself.
What is the major reason that this problem occurs?
So the one golden thumb rule which I tell my patient when they come to me and I tell them that you have keratoconus is कि अपनी आंख मत मलना. जब तक आप बोर नहीं हो जाते हैं, जब तक मैं थक नहीं जाती, मैं आपको बार बार बोलती रहूंगी. And even in my file, when I write the word keratoconus, there is always a line which is in bold letters written, strictly avoid eye rubbing. We can never understand why a disease happens in a particular individual in totality, because we can as doctors only fathom to understand the depth of the human physiology. लेकिन एक चीज जो इतनी स्टडीज हो गई हैं और हमें सबको समझ आ चुकी है, that eye keratoconus patients do have some history of eye rubbing. Doesn't mean कि सब लोग जो आंख मल रहे हैं उनको keratoconus हो जाएगा, या जिनको keratoconus है वो आंख मल रहे थे. लेकिन it is a avoidable or a preventable risk factors that yes, now it has been strongly proven that eye rubbing is directly proportional to keratoconus development or its progression. Mind you, progression means कि अगर आपको keratoconus diagnosed है तो प्लीज और कुछ कीजिए मत कीजिए, अपनी आंख मत मलिएगा, वो सबसे जरूरी है.
Greatest. Is it curable?
So keratoconus is curable in terms of the fact that the disease can be halted. Curable का मतलब कि अगर हम डिजीज को गायब कर देंगे, नहीं कर सकते, हम आपका आई को वहीं स्टेबलाइज कर सकते हैं. उसके लिए 2-3 मोडालिटीज होती हैं. One modality which is the basic and the parent modality is cross linking. C3R भी कोई लोग बोलते हैं. C3 means कि 3 C's हैं, corneal, collagen, cross linking. So all three begin with the word C, with the alphabet C. So C3R, R is riboflavin. So basically इस टेक्निक में हम क्या करते हैं कि हम आई के ऊपर राइबोफ्लेविन आई ड्रॉप्स डालते हैं एंड देन वी गिव यूवी रेडिएशन टू द आई. सो जो आई के फाइबर्स इस तरह से बाहर बल्ज कर रहे थे वो अपने आप को क्रॉस लिंक कर लेते हैं. क्रॉस लिंक समझना आसान है कि जैसे लड़कियां अपनी गुत्त बनाती है ना, तो प्लैट बनाती हैं, तो वो कैसे क्या बोलते थे कि बाल नहीं टूटते हैं, अपने बाल को बांध लो अच्छे से. या इफ यू सी अ रोप, रस्सी की जो स्ट्रेंथ होती है वो इससे नापी जाती है दैट हाउ मेनी नॉट्स हैव बीन मेड इनटू इट. So this is the same principle that we use in eyes. Now the more knotting of the fibers you have done, the tighter now the eye is, and the less the propensity to bulge out. जैसे ऐसे करें तो मैं हाथ भी ऐसे कर पा रही हूँ, अगर मैंने हाथ ऐसे कर लिया तो अब देखिए मैं हाथ भी बाहर बल्ज नहीं कर पा रही हूँ. Even your hands are not able to go out like that. So the cornea stabilizes and the disease stops here. So cross linking is the basic modality. Nowadays what other thing we can offer is that we can offer some amount of laser reshaping or laser remodeling. That means this is the cone, your keratoconus cone, this is the cone. You can actually with the laser, in the cases where you have that much amount of corneal thickness या patient fit है, तो हम उसका कोन का हेड जो है ना वो थोड़ा सा लेजर से रीशेप करके फ्लैटन कर देते हैं एंड वी ब्रिंग इट नियर a little bit more near the natural shape of the eye. So these are called topo guided PRKs or PTK procedures हम बोल देते हैं इनको, in which we are going to do a little bit of a reshaping and regularize the eye. So this offers the patient a bit of more sharper vision quality and quantity both. Some patients are very lucky that they have very high or predictable results where they feel कि उनको glasses की इतना ज़्यादा number था, कम हो गया, glasses की dependence कम हो गई है. But in any case this is not the goal. The goal is to regularize the eye and to stabilize the eye. In fact अगर आप laser procedure cross linking में add करते हैं तो आपकी cross linking की जो strength है, the strength that the cross linking procedure is going to offer the eye, that itself increases into 5 times. That means you have not only kind of held the eye there, you've kind of cemented the eye there and you've kind of shielded it much more by giving it a bit of a tadka of laser into it. So not everyone is fit for it, but where we can do, we do offer the patient.
So that was the much needed information for the patients and heavy also. So let's have 2 fun questions with ma'am now.
Sure.
Okay, ma'am. So what is the funniest patient excuse you found for not using eye drops?
So the funniest excuse is where the patient felt that this drop is not right for him because they had Googled about it, and I think Google is a bigger doctor than us now, apparently.
Oh God. Okay. If eyes could talk, what would they complain about the most?
That people rub me a lot.
Oh God. Have you ever tested your own vision for fun?
Absolutely. In fact, I put the trial frame on and I put the trial lenses myself, and my optometrist is laughing that, ma'am, you are not only ambidextrous, I think you could use your hands and feet, everything along with it, because I do test my own vision on my own.
That's great. Okay. And if eyes had a battery percentage, which lifestyle habit would drain it faster?
100% your gadget usage, your mobile phones, especially your bedtime when you're just trying to sleep using the mobile phone in your hands. I think that is draining out so many people. Our 50% OPD is, this computer vision syndrome, or what should I say, mobile overusage syndrome.
Wow, that was a really insightful session with ma'am, and we hope that information helps you. And lastly, on behalf of patients, one confusion that they face is, should they trust the word of mouth or the word of internet?
I feel as doctors, we are also having this challenge that we are also in this riddle that we should be putting reels or not, or we should be becoming a part of this social media, that because traditionally we doctors were always told that a doctor is not supposed to advertise except to change an address, and we were supposed to be in our books and in our clinics. But I believe that creating awareness and giving the right kind of information now has become very critical, क्योंकि इतना content है social media पे. So if you feel that as a doctor, and also as a very responsible member of the society. अगर आपके पास सही information है, when there is so much information floating around, तो अगर आप सही information उसमें डाल रहे हो is not a wrong thing. But I feel doctors, patients should choose their doctor, because no matter हम कितना भी Instagram पे बोल लें या reels बना लें या social media content create कर लें, I think we all have an innate sense of understanding that हम जब डॉक्टर के पास जाते हैं, are we comfortable with the doctor, and are we able to choose this doctor that this is the person who will treat us, medically or surgically. So I think our patients are very intelligent, and I will rest my case here that just even if you go by the reel and you go and feel the doctor is not up to the mark, or you feel ki I'm not happy, I think they will never go back to the doctor. So your clinical acumen का कोई substitute नहीं है एक डॉक्टर का, no matter how much social media presence you create.
So it's always your choice. You can choose your doctor via information you get from any source, but again, choice is yours.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much, ma'am.